Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome back to yet another video. So for today's video, we are going to talk about the best Labyrinth build, right? The most consistent Labyrinth build to clear floor 15 and beyond, right? If you're somebody who's chasing after the Labyrinth quest ranking itself, this video might be helpful for you, okay? This Labyrinth quest is already here for those of you guys who are on the global server or even the C server. For the older players, it's pretty much the same, right? You clear your Labyrinth, you get some points all the way to 6,000, and then you get a whole bunch of invite letters, title essence, as well as your hero essence. So this hero essence is not that useful for the existing old players because we are currently using the seasonal hero essence, but for the newer players from the C server, the VN server, or even the CN server watching this video, this hero essence will be very important for you to upgrade the levels of your units. So yeah, please do it. If you're somebody who's on the newer server, if you're on the old server, you can still get this hero essence and then convert them to gems for the additional levels, right? The resonance level itself. So that's for the Labyrinth quest rewards. 6,000 points. The featured heroes are Sisia, OD, as well as Mirelle. So they get a buff effect of their ultimate. Mirelle gets like this return for her ultimate. OD is the best one because you just, from a single target super duper powerful nuke that can insta-kill, it becomes an AoE nuke that just shoots at everyone and then poison them to death. And then insta-killing, allowing you to bypass Brutus, allowing you to bypass Igor, or just very annoying unit that just doesn't die easily. Okay, so that's OD, one of the best unit from this buff. And then we have Sisia. So Sisia, I don't use Sisia a lot because I'm in a Mega Late game, so this unit has fallen off quite a bit. But if you are like in the early game, I think this buff will be good for her because I know a lot of people actually go for her to push through the earlier stages of the game. So that's where the double summon from the buff effect is quite good if you want to push your Labyrinth quest to get more points, or even go for the rankings itself. So based on your own district or server ranking, there's some rewards over here. So top 1 to 20 is called Arcane Empress, and then we have Arcane Champion for 21 to 50. So this is for ego purposes, right? For those of you guys who are into titles or even just very nice title designs out there. Okay, I love this Arcane Empress one because it looks really neat when you display it above your head. So that's for the reward side in terms of the rankings. And then now let's move on to the builds. Okay, so right now I'm at the highest difficulty 15, and I'm going to share the best build in terms of consistency as well as general power level for clearing all the way from 1 to 15 for most of the difficulties. And then for those of you guys who are pushing difficulty 15 all the way to 20, this is one of the best and the most consistent builds out there. So for the crest over here as well as the relics over here, okay, let's start with the relics first. So for the relics, basically you choose the 3 defensive relics: HP, Fortitude, right, Guard for your defense, magical and physical, and then you go for Sanctuary for increased vitality for your shield generation. So I think in one of the patches for AFK journey, they actually changed out the drop rate for the crest, right, based on the type of relics you choose. So choosing these defensive relics is for you to get the crests that are defensive by nature, and this build is known as the shield build because the idea is quite simple. You generate a lot of shield and then you use this rebound shield, right, to actually return the lost shield value by true damage to the enemy. So this way the shield will protect your whole team to keep them alive, and then you get damage from the rebound shield itself. So there's a few crests out there with something shield, so most of them goes into this build really well, but I think 2 of the more important one. Number 1 is rebound shield. For the damage, you need to return damage because even if you have a lot of shield, you don't have rebound shield, you can't do damage to the enemies. And then another one which I think is really important is chain shield. So this basically just converts a portion of your HP into a permanent shield, which gives you that shield at the start. And for this build, I was lucky to get lasting shield. So for me, I will be putting in some shielding units like Coco, and then some healing units like Smokey and Hewin. So from there, I'll be able to get a lot of sustain on my HP and then a lot of shielding for my whole team, and that's where I will be able to survive and then rebound the damage with the rebound shield over here. So for the other crest, I'll say I'm pretty fortunate. I got the no holding back, which allows my normal attack to deal true damage. So I have Resto as a tank, but really good damage dealer, and then we have OD, which is a magical damage dealer. So previously when they were using their normal attack, right, they will be sort of reduced in terms of damage because they are doing the magical side, but when they're doing true damage, they're able to do full damage. So I think this is really good the later you go, because I'm getting a lot of stats on my team, and then that's where the damage will scale up with true damage. Then we have Rhythmic Cycle or Rhythm Cycle. So Rhythm Cycle right here stuns all enemies for 3 seconds and then do true damage equals to 10% of their max HP every 5 ultimate casts. So for Odie's ultimate is a very low cost ultimate that comes out really easily, and Odie regenerate energy when he kills an enemy. So you kill an enemy, right, you get energy back, throw again, enemy back, throw again. So you get a lot of like units spamming the ultimate, and that's where you get a control as well as the damage on the enemies to lock them down. So this one is also really good, very very lucky on my end. And then we got Life Magic. So this one is to exchange HP ratio. It's not that important. I think any other really good defensive crest is also replaceable for this one. And for this one I managed to get Titanic Might. Okay, so Titanic Might is insanely good for me for this one, because for me I didn't manage to get 8 Sanctuary, but I got 8 Fortitude, which is 80% increase in HP, and that's where, right, Titanic Might, right, will actually increase my attack and physical defense and magical defense based on my hero's max HP, which is further boosted by the Fortitude itself. So this is a very good buff with like a lot of HP stacking. And you can also go for the HP potential series, which doubles the HP gain. So for example, if I had that, then I would be getting a 160% increase in HP. So that would also greatly increase my survivability. And then for the other common crest, we have Impact Armor, reduce damage when my units go into the enemy side of the field. And then we have Raging Fire for just increase in crit for everyone. We have Healing Twilight to reduce damage when we're healing. So we have a bunch of healers to reduce damage so that we are taking damage, but we are not taking too much that will kill us, right? So that is for Healing Twilight. We also have Energy Absorption to get more energy to spam our skills and stuff. And lastly, the 2 shields, Lasting Shield as well as Rebound Shield. So Rebound Shield as well as Chain Shield are super duper important. Any other crest which gives you something shield is also a good addition for the shield build. Okay, so this build is very consistent because it ensures that your team can survive and then do damage with the Rebound Shield. So that's why it's the most consistent and the best build, because you can have like other builds which could probably do more damage, but then not a lot of teams or builds can survive the higher difficulties for the post 15 stages over here. So I'm at stage 18 for difficulty 15, so it's the toughest difficulty. And the enemies here, right, they are insanely powerful. If you take a look at the power difference, massive difference. So that's where the shielding build will be really efficient, because that way, right, we are able to protect ourselves and then slowly kill our enemy through the rebound as well as Odie's poison right here. Okay, so Coco gets the ultimate off, damage reduction as well as a bunch of shield incoming. We also use the evocation spell from the seasonal artifact over here. So this one gives us a buff that can provide shield as well, so additional shield generation. So if you are in the pre-season before the Song of Strife, you can actually use Tomb to reduce the attack speed of the enemy, or you can use the one that provides, I can't remember exactly the name, I think the one that provides your frontliner with the shield. So that one's also really good because that gives you more vitality. Let me just go through the artifact later. Okay, so you guys can see I have a lot of shield on me, just like permanently keeping me healthy, and then my other units can do damage while stunning the enemies and then rebounding the damage taken from the enemies through the rebound shield, which is my main damage source. Okay, so this is how the build runs. Very tanky. So luckily for me, I have the true damage thing, which allows Fresto as well as Odie to do a lot of damage here. Okay, so if you're in a pre-season, I think the best artifact or relic that you can use is let me just go through the names again, because it's been quite a while since I last used that. So if you're using this one, Iron War spell. Okay, so this one gives you a lot of haste and it gives vitality, which increases the shield generating capability of your team. So if you have Corinne or you have Coco like myself with the Mythic Plus EX weapon, that's where you're able to generate more shields, and then that will synergize better with the shield build. And at the same time, they also provide a powerful buff for your frontliner. So if you do have Fresto like myself, you can always use Torrent or even your other tanks, and then the tank can be a lot tankier and also gets the shield for all the shield synergy that comes with the crest itself. Okay, so if you're in Song of Strife, it's evocation spell. So let's continue. So for this one, I'm gonna take out I'm gonna take out this one. I'm gonna put in Hewin because I wanted to use Damien because of Sylvina, because Sylvina came after my backline. But you guys can see how tanky my units are because I got a bunch of healings and shielding, and my damage source is just from poisoning of the enemy as well as the rebound shield itself. So this way, my team is able to survive longer and naturally get more damage in from there. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna face the boss. And I think with regards to the boss itself, should I keep Hewin in a team or should I put in a Rainier? I think I might want to put in a Rainier for more stats. Okay, so now we are at the highest difficulty, right? So difficulty 15, stage 20. Okay, so right here, as you guys can see, this is the final battle. So for those of you guys who haven't seen it, you can only have one try for this one, and based on the damage you deal on the boss, you get a certain point, and this will give you the leaderboard ranking based on how high you are. So let's go in. I'll just stick with the build that I'm using so far, which is the oldie build. So I'm thinking whether or not I want to keep Hewin in. I think I'll just put Rainier. Yeah, because I want more damage on the boss, and I think Rainier damage reduction should be able to protect OD. Yeah. And we have more stats because we are running like a full Mauler with two celestial with 2 hypogean units. So quite a bit of stats boost there. Okay, so you guys can see I have a lot of shield on my units, and then that's where my units are able to protect themselves, and then from there we do all the damage from rebound as well as OD's DOT. Very insane stuff. Okay, there's a bit of like animation slowdown once you kill the HP bar of the boss. Okay, so how much points did we get? I don't know. My Smokey died at the end, but it's fine. Let's take a look at our score. Okay. Okay, 1048, pretty nice there. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this build. Let's take a look at our ranking. Okay, top 4, nice. I think we should be able to get on to top 5, I hope. I don't really care too much about the thing, by the way. It's just hey, if I can get it, it's good. Okay, I should be able to hit top 20. So yeah, very good build, very consistent shielding build that you guys might want to use to clear through your Arcane Labyrinth and then try to grind the points faster. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. See you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.